Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions gameplay episode. Today we want to have Spectrum Justice take on Kang the Conqueror with the Master of Time module set. So let's go ahead and take a look at Kang's arrival. It's a four-tiered scheme. So we've got Kang 1, Kang 2, Kang 3, standard encounter set, and a one modular encounter set. It's recommended temporal, but we're using the Master of Time module set, which has Kang Master of Time, and you can use it because they're different Kangs. One's Kang the Conqueror, the other is Kang Master of Time. So for the setup, we're going to set up each Kang 2, Kang 3, and Kang's Dominion side scheme set aside, which we have, and then remove each player's obligation card from the game, which we have, and shuffle your card deck, which is what we're doing now. Next for Kang, he's one scheme to attack. He comes in with Tough and has a force interrupt that when Kang attacks you, you're either going to place one threat in the main scheme or he's going to get +2 attack from this attack, and then when he's defeated, you're going to advance the main scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase, and it has 12 hit points. So let's go ahead and flip over this to Kang's arrival. It has a threat threshold of 7, so once it hits the 7, the game's over. We'll reveal each player in the counter card. If the stage is completed, the game is, like I said before, comes with a 0 threat and advances by 1 at the beginning of the villain phase. Spectrum, her alter ego is Monica Rambeau. She has 3 recovery. The setup, which happens at the end of the mulligan phase, we're going to put all 3 energy form upgrades into play face down. And power down is a force response, so after you change this form, turn all of your energy form upgrades face down. Hand size is 6 with 11 hit points. Her deck list for today, we're going to use Ironheart, Quasar, Spiderman Miles, Wiccan, 2 Agile Flights, 2 Clear the Areas, 2 Stealth Strikes, 2 Turn the Tides, Energy, Genius, Strength, 1 Power All of Us, 1 Power Justice, 1 Interrogation Room, 1 Quincarrier, 1 Team Building Exercise, 1 Deft Focus, 1 Heroic Intuition, 1 Justice Served, 1 Ready to Rumble, and 1 Sense of Justice. So let's go ahead and draw our hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Giving us Speed of Light, Agile Flight, Strength, Heroic Intuition, Game Blast, and Team Building Exercise. Got a decent hand to start with. Let's get rid of Agile Flight. Probably keep the rest. We'll pick up a Deft Focus. So the setup, we'll go ahead and put these energy forms face down. Let's see what we got here. So let's go 2 for a team building exercise. So it's a 2-cost support, and it's a hero action to exhaust team building exercise to play a card from your hand that shares a trait with your hero, reducing its resource cost by 1. Let us flip over. So Spectrum has 1 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense. She's an Avenger. She has aerial. The energy transformation is a force response, so after you change to this form, choose a face down energy form upgrade and flip that card face up to change the energy form. Let's go here. So we'll go Pulsar. She has +2 defense, and after we change the energy form, we get the heal damage from Spectrum. We're not. So let's go ahead and spend 1 for Deft Focus. So it's a 1-cost upgrade, max 1 per player to exhaust Deft Focus to reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card we play by 1. So let's go ahead and play Speed of Light. So it's a hero action to change energy forms and to draw a card. So we'll change from Pulsar to Photon. So she gets +2 thwart. So after we change this energy form, we move 1 threat from the scheme. There's no threat, so I don't have to worry about that. We get the draw card, giving us Ironheart, 1, so let's exhaust team. Oh, no, we can't do it because she's a champion, not an Avenger. So we will just attack for 1 and get rid of that tough. In our turn, let's draw up to get power all of us. Turn the tide and photon speed. So we advance by 1. Kang's going to attack for 2. He'll do another 2 if we don't place a threat in the main scheme, so that's what we'll do. So he attacks for 2. We're not going to defend. Plus 2, 4, so we're down to 7. And then we take an encounter card. So our first encounter card is Gang Up. So he's going to get a villain, and each main is going to attack again. We'll defend. Oh man, it's going. Jeez. Take another threat, so he'll attack for 2 plus 0. So 1 damage there. And then our other one is Spear of Kang, so it's obligation. So we cannot attack Kang, and we discard, and as a alter ego action we have to discard a random card from our hands and discard obligation. So that puts us in the pickle. So let's go ahead and play Power of All of Us to dump our resources to play Ironheart. So she's a 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack. Takes a damage when she uses one of those powers, 2 health. She's a champion, so that's why we couldn't use team build and exercise. We're an Avenger. So after we play Ironheart from our hand, we get to draw a card, giving us a sense of justice. You cannot attack Kang. You cannot attack Kang. It doesn't say anything about Ironheart because Ironheart, even though we all have this stupid imitation of you is your identity. Allies are not an extension of your identity. So you can attack with Kang with Ironheart for 1, giving her the damage. Let's go ahead and exhaust Deft Focus to play spin 1 to play photon speed. So to thwart, to soup power, that's why we only have to pay 1 resource. So we change the photon energy form and remove 4 threat from the scheme. And if we're already in photon, it ignores the crisis icon. So we're already in photon. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of all that threat. However, we can't play turn and tide because we got stupid Fury King in play. So let's go ahead and flip the alter ego. Discard a random card from your hand to discard obligation. Discard and turn the tide. What do you know? End of turn. Giving us, we have to flip power back down. So we get Stealth Strike, Quasar, Genius, Ready to Rumble. That's 3, 4, 5, and photon speed 6. So that goes to 1. Kang's going to scan for 1 plus 1, so he'll scan for 2. That goes to 3. We'll take our encounter card, which is Shadows of the Past. Alright, so one revealed. So Radioactive Man is going to come into play. So he's a 1 scheme 1 attack minion. He's elite, genius, 6 health, and has a force response after Radio Man activates against you. You're going to deal 1 damage to each character you control. And then we get Reactor Meltdown to play. So it comes in with 2 threat per player. It has a crisis icon, so we had to get rid of that first before we could take any damage off of Kang's arrival. And when defeated, deal 1 damage to each friendly character in play. Which leaves up his little treachery cards, which get shuffled into the deck. This doesn't get any worse. But I really do enjoy this scenario. Kang is a lot of fun, especially when multiplayer and you get to branch off into different timelines. It's pretty cool. But he is a pain, for me anyway. I haven't played him in ages, and I really haven't played with Spectrum much either, so I'm not expecting to win out of this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and... oh, that should be gone. Let me discard that card. Let's go 2 for Sense of Justice. So it's a 2-cost upgrade, max 1 per player. So exhaust Sense of Justice, generate a mental resource for a thwart event. Let's spend 1 for Ready to Rumble. So max 1 per player. After we change form, discard this card to ready your hero up. Let's go ahead and card for 3. Up to 9. We'll flip over. Discard Ready to Rumble. Ready your hero up. Let's choose this one. We're going to Gamma, so we get +2 attack, and if we change this energy form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So let's deal 1 to Radioactive Man. Then let's spend Deft Focus to reduce our cost by 1. Use Sense of Justice to generate a mental resource to play Photon Speed. So we get to change energy forms to Photon. We get +2 thwart, and then after we change this energy form, we won't throw it from the scheme, so we'll take 1 off of reactor meltdown, and then we can remove 4 threat from the scheme if we're already in Photon energy form. Ignore this crisis icon for a thwart, so we're not. So we'll just get rid of that, and then deal 1 damage to each friendly character in play. So we're down to 8. And then let's, we shouldn't have done, we should have just kept the static gamma, but that's alright, let's go ahead and take it for a minute. Ready our cells back up. So we'll get clear the area, justice served, energy, and Quasar shield. That's going to go to 1. Let's give them the +2, and then we'll defend. We'll use Deft Focus to play Pulsar Shield. So when Spectrum defends, we change the Pulsar energy form and bring Spectrum back up. We get to heal damage to ourselves, so we're up to 9. We get +2 defense, we're ready back up, so we're up to 3 defense now. So he'll do 4, 6, so we'll take 3 damage, so we're down to 6. Radioactive Man deals us for 1, and then we take another damage, so we're down to 4. then we're taking our counter card. Weakened, so it's application. So force response after we use a basic hero power, take a damage, and then as an alter ego action, discard a physical resource from my hand to discard its obligation. And we don't have any physical resource, so yeah, not going to work too much. Let's go ahead and exhaust team building exercise. Spend 2 for Quasar. Now Quasar is aerial. We're aerial. That's how we're able to use team building exercise. So he's a 1 thwart 2 attack ally. Takes a damage when he uses one of those powers. 3 health. He has aerial. He's guardian. And after Quasar enters plays, remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. So that's down to 1 there. Let's have him attack for 2. Warrior command goes down to 2. He's on 4. He'll take a damage. Let's work for 1. Knocking that down to 2. Let's exhaust justice, sense of justice to play clear the area. So remove 2 threat from the scheme, and then if it's the last threat, remove the draw card. Giving us Quincarrier. Let's go ahead and flip over. So no, we can't, because we flipped over last time. So we'll have to end our turn there. And we have to take advantage because it's a weakened. So this is going to go to 1. We'll take the extra threat. We'll block with Quasar because that's the only option we have. So he'll do 2, 4. So Quasar's gone. Radioactive Man do 1, and then additional damage. In our treachery card, we're going to get a future weapon. So it gives him +2 attack. Attached to Kang. When Kang attacks, this attack Kang's overkill, and then if it's damage to the hero's stunned, and then we get to discard future weapon. Let's spend 1 for Justice Served. So play under any player's control. And after we thwarting the last threat from the scheme, discard Justice Served to bring your hero up. We can't attack or do anything, because if we do, we'll kill ourselves. So we're going to have to flip over to Alter Ego and heal. And then we have to power down and give us back up to 4 health. Then we will end the turn there. Draw back up for clear the area. Photon Speed, Wiccan, Gamma Blast, Agile Flight, and Interrogation Room. So that's going to go to 3. He's going to scheme for 1 plus 3. That's 6. And then Radioactive Man will scheme for 7. And then that's the game. So nice, short and sweet victory for Kang with a little bit of help from Radioactive Man. But, like I said, I wasn't expecting to win this time anyway. Well, that's the video. Go ahead, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like the content you're seeing. And don't forget to hit that share button and spread the word on the channel. And until next time, I'll see you later.